Hi everybody, welcome to my blog. And yeah, what am I going to be talking to you about or showing you today? Right, tax cuts in Africa. The main reason why most Africans are unemployed for a lifetime, no jobs, just nothing happening. Like as fast, things are happening, but they're not happening as fast as they are supposed to. Okay, right, let me set this record straight. I'm not talking about I know you got a good job, I know you married to the king, I know you married to the president, I know you married to a politician. I'm not talking about those people I'm not talking on behalf of those people who have everything, those who are educated, who comes from well-off families, who've had savings or whatever. I'm talking about the Africans who have nothing and no one to talk to talk for them, and those who are very, very oppressed, and the young ones, and yeah, those who don't have a voice. Because I never, I never had a voice when I was young, and I've always wished that someone would have spoken on my behalf or stood up for me. But not only that, just told me what was going on planet Earth, especially in Africa, why we were in a situation different from the West, why we were impoverished, why I lived a life of lack and all that. Why our neighbors were like this? Why are the kids? Why? All those questions. I had those questions because I was exposed to a bit of the Western life when I was younger. So I saw the difference. I saw the difference of being a Western, Western, coming from a Western country, and being an African. I saw it when I was growing up, and I had questions. So that's basically why I take my time to look at things like these and to try and make sense and understand what is really going on. So I'm going to show you a clip on I took it from YouTube, obviously. Senator Vinick on tax cuts, West Wing, which is season 7, episode 7, and so it's Senator Vinick Alder explains how high taxes hurt the poorest people, and how tax cuts will relieve poverty. There's some people are laughing there. It's like, it's amazing how you just see, if you look at this debate, you're able to, they're talking about they're talking about every African child, they're talking about, I'm not sure the Caribbean, but yeah, they're talking about every African child, every black child, basically every black person. They are sitting there having a discussion. But I love this man, I love the Senator Vinick, and the way he explains it just makes sense to me. So I'm going to show you the video clip, and then perhaps you'll be able to understand what is really happening with tax cuts, and why perhaps Africa is in the position that it finds itself in, and how it's systematic, basically. Because I like the way he actually explains that it's our fault, talking, obviously, this is in America, that the reason why African countries are like this is because of their tax laws that they have upon the African people. So watch the clip and tell me what you think about the forgiveness of debt, and how whether that's going to help the African people, and the oppressive tax in Africa. And he goes on to talk about Tanzania. So this is basically economic oppression. He talks about economic oppression and lifetime of unemployment, lifetime of lack and unemployment and poverty in Africa, generations to generations, and children getting hungry. What is the main cause? What is happening? When you ask yourself the questions, what is really happening? So this is what I found. Okay, watch the clip and tell me what you think.
Nice idea, but it won't help. It'll just formalize the reality that poor countries can never repay their loans.
Senator, are you saying that you're opposed to debt relief for impoverished countries?
No, we should forgive the debts, but that's not going to help those countries very much.
Okay. What will?
Tax cuts. Some African tax rates are the highest in the world. In Tanzania, the 30% rate kicks in at $475 of income. Plus, they have a 20% value-added tax. It gets added to everything you buy. Those high tax rates make it impossible to build capital in those countries. So nothing gets built, not factories, not roads, not anything. Poor African countries have the lowest wage workers in the world. And yet a company like Nike, for instance, can't put a factory in one of those countries because of the oppressive tax rates. Taxes have killed any possibility of economic development. They've killed any hope of these countries ever helping themselves. And that leaves them completely at the mercy of charity and loans. And here's the worst part. You know why those countries have such high tax rates? Because of us. To show us that they can raise enough money to pay back their loans. But taxes can't raise any money if they kill the economies. So it turns out that the tragic, unintended consequence of our good intentions toward Africa, our kindness, is that we have encouraged those countries to lock themselves into a gruesome economic depression. If we don't urge those countries to cut their tax rates, they will never grow their economies. People will live lifetimes of unemployment. Disease will be rampant, poverty will be permanent, and children will be hungry. And our charity will never be enough. Never.